I'm a sergeant with the Omaha Police Department, so I oversee 6 detectives. It's hard, but it's rewarding. It's hard because of what it is. You're dealing with child abuse, you're dealing with child homicides, you're dealing with child sexual assaults. That's why it's hard. I wanted to work for that victim and do whatever I could for that victim.
Sgt Kilawee and I, we've worked together out here for about 7 years now. He always puts others first, and that's very obvious in the work that he does. Out here in this unit, we're constantly working with the most vulnerable part of our population, which is our children. It's a very difficult job. He takes it in stride, and he is always trying to do what is best for that child.
Sgt Kilawee has been a huge asset to Omaha Police. He's been wonderful to work with as a detective, has always been willing to gather more information, to corroborate victims' accounts, even if it's tiny details. Ryan has always been happy to do anything he can for a case, and I think he really cares about the day-to-day of working with families as well and giving them as much information and confidence about moving forward and what to expect.
I think Sgt Kilawee did the very first house photo lineup. A young lady was assaulted when she was a young child, and she remembered the house, she remembered the street name of the suspect. She described the outside of this house, and he drove down the street and he found the house, and then he went and found other houses that matched a similar description, just like how we do photo lineups with suspects. And he did a photo lineup of all these houses, and she was able to pick the house that this incident happened, and they were able to find him. There was a warrant put out for him, Sgt Kilawee, Officer Kilawee. He did the legwork, and it was our guy.
If you're working in this environment, in this unit, or even just this building within Project Harmony, you're trying to help people, you're trying to help kids. We all have our own role, and I think when everybody understands everybody's role, it can be a special thing. And I feel like we do have a special thing here, for sure.
So we collaborate with Sgt Kilawee on a regular basis here in Children's Services. He values everybody's roles, and he wants to make sure that the child, that they don't have to speak with a detective, that they can get all of the answers for their investigation answered within the context of a forensic interview. He's not just here to do his job. He's here because he wants to do what he can.
We had a child homicide, and we did a great job, and everybody was working together.
He never wavered for a moment. He was very commanding in that case. The assigned detective, he went to him and he said, there's a difference between a good investigation and a great investigation.
This is where you prepare yourself for court and make sure every I is dotted, every T is crossed, every lie that that person said, that you can say how you know it was a lie. That one ended up being guilty as charged.
It takes a special person to come out and work in this unit, including Sgt Kilawee, with everything that he's done here, and the knowledge that he brings to this job and the commitment to the victims is just really important.
Sgt Kilawee puts kids first because he has children, he cares, he's compassionate, and he's determined to find justice.
There's one case in particular that always sticks with me. The end result was not what I wanted. It ended up getting not guilty. It was long. I worked that case for years. She had to testify multiple times. And so to see what she had to go through again was tough, and I'll always relate to her, and she just reached out to me actually. I told her, I was like, I think about you all the time. I did everything that I felt I could do. You always have a place in my heart, for sure. Like, I'll always have a place for her. And kids go through this life, and I didn't have to go through that. You see what they've went through, and it just gives you like, wow, like, and you're still standing here today, and you're still badass. Like, I put kids first because I was a kid. You were a kid, we all were kids. And kids have a road that they go down in life, and they can go this way, they can go that way. And if you can impact a kid to take that right direction, that's why I put kids first.